Hello, Marlboro, and welcome to Marlboro Chats. I'm John Gibardi, the Republican Municipal Chairman, the team of DiNuzzo, Millman, and Kazi for Marlboro Town Council. We have with us one of the three candidates, as we intend on interviewing all three and asking the same questions. With us this evening is Antoinette DiNuzzo, who likes to be called Tony. Tony, welcome to Marlboro Chats.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, let's get right down to it. First question is, why are you running for town council?
Well, John, as a resident of Marlboro, I have seen and my family has seen many things that have been going on in this town that we would really, really love to improve. And you know what they say? If you want to see change, you need to be the change you want to see. Also, someone once told me, somebody needs to do something. Well, the three of us are coming forward and doing something.
Great. What about when you get elected? What do you plan on accomplishing?
Michael Millman, Juna Kazi, and I have a plan, and when we take office in January of 2022, we will implement that plan. That plan includes improving our best practices, improving our technological capabilities, and really looking at what town council does in response to the needs of the citizens of Marlboro.
Okay, why should I vote for you or your team?
Well, John, Michael, Junit, and I bring a wealth of skills to the table. Junit is a very accomplished civil engineer. Michael is a brilliant IT guy, and I'm a retired educator. We each have so many, many wonderful attributes that will only serve us in our role as town council people. We will be the ones that will bring Marlboro forward and guide her in a better direction.
Okay, a similar question. What do you bring to the table, quote unquote?
Well, John, as a retired educator, I have been very accomplished in developing budgets and managing money in my personal as well as my professional career. I personally have a very high rating, and I definitely know how to manage money. And I think that that's one of the things that we here in Marlboro really need. We have a great bond rating. That's excellent. And we have a wonderful, wonderful citizenry that pay their bills on time. The taxes are paid on a timely basis, and still we are finding ourselves borrowing money. Why is Marlboro borrowing money?
I understand that your platform, when elected in January of 2020, you plan on bringing in outside auditors and CPAs to do a complete look-see by third parties of the entire operation of our township, all departments. My understanding is that will include efficiency experts and all. Is that
Definitely.
accurate?
Well, the one thing that needs to be corrected is we will be taking office in January of 2022. So once that happens, we definitely will have an independent audit done of all of our departments, and we will implement best practices. We want to have the citizenry of Marlboro have pleasant interactions with the township. We want every any and every interaction to be positive and to be consummated on a timely basis. So when you go into the township to file anything, you need to be able to expect a quick turnaround. When you request a permit, you need to be able to expect a quick turnaround. And that apparently is not happening at this moment. So we need to have council oversight. We need to have checks and balances. When somebody is in office for too long, that's not a good thing. And when you have the executive branch as well as the legislative branch of any government on the same political party, that is just a recipe for abuse in the long run. And while we really appreciate the people that are in office now and we thank them for their service, we understand and we know full well that time is their enemy. They will, at some point, become victims of their own success. We already have a councilwoman on the council at the moment who has been fined for an ethics violation. We have been made aware of many, many different things that have been going on in this township that really, really need to be changed and really need to be looked at. Ethics is an important facet of any government, and if you can't trust your city leaders, there's definitely an upgrade needed. And the DiNuzzo, Millman, and Kazi team is exactly the upgrade that Marlboro needs, and they need it now.
Okay, very good. Next question, and probably be the last one, is what are your feelings relative to the overdevelopment in town?
Well, COA, John, is a very interesting thing. It's unfortunate that the government in Marlboro at this point saw fit to ignore the COA requirements.
Now, COA, you're referring to the Council of Affordable Housing.
Exactly,
and
the Mount Laurel decision.
The Mount Laurel decision. So the township is required to have affordable housing to fulfill the requirement. But isn't it true that this administration relied on a lawsuit that we lost, and now it's builder's remedy? You sue and you get what you want in the town?
Unfortunately, that's definitely the case. So as a result of the COA decision and as a result of the current administration ignoring what they needed to do, it now you can see the overdevelopment that's taking place in the township. The overdevelopment is abundantly clear everywhere you look. And it's important that we have council oversight on all of these details. And I, for one, I've always said the devil's in the details. And I, for one, am someone that really pays close and careful attention to details. So when somebody comes before the planning board, you need to look at the details. When somebody comes before the ethics board, these are important things that we need to have high caliber individuals on the town council, and we need to be responsive to the citizens of Marlboro. We're going to have an open door policy. We want input from all the citizens. We want to know what the issues are. We know about the cable TV. We know about the internet. We know about the electric company. We know because we live here and we deal with the power outages and we deal with the internet blackouts ourselves. Our families deal with it. We know that change and upgrades are so necessary now. And the DiNuzzo, Millman, and Kazi team will look at all of these things. And why is it other towns have better services than we do? Why is it that other towns pay for their garbage pickups? Why is it that other towns can afford to do things that Marlboro apparently cannot do? And not only don't they do it, but they need to borrow more money on top of it. So this is a problem. And we need good fiscal management, fiscal responsibility, and a careful attention to council oversight of everything that goes on in the district, in the township, and we need to be aware of what's going on. We need to approve what's going on and not just rubber stamp what someone tells you to do. Thank you.
Well, that was very good. Do you want to make a closing statement?
Yes, I do.
Sure. Thank you.
Please, everyone, take us to heart. Understand that we are citizens in this township. We want what you want. We need to make sure that our community doesn't just stay with the status quo. We want to move it forward. We want our children and our grandchildren to be proud to be residents of Marlboro. 20 plus years ago when I came to visit this town, it meant something to be a Marlboro resident. It's been watered down, folks, so badly. And we need to bring it back up to speed. We want to improve the quality of life, not just maintain the status quo. We need the team of DiNuzzo, Millman, and Kazi. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.
Well, there you have it. This concludes Marlboro Chats. Vote for the team. Without the three members being elected, the DiNuzzo, Millman, and Kazi team, real change with that three talented folks, we can bring real change to Marlboro, as you just heard from one of our candidates. See you again, Marlboro Chats.